Right, so talking about distribution here, specifically your side volley, can you just talk us through the technique and maybe some thoughts you have when you're distributing with the side volley?
Yeah, usually I like to make sure that I get a good toss and it gives me a little bit of time to time the ball as it's coming back down. A lot of times I've noticed I'll get under the ball if I go too quickly, so that I have that nice, just in my mind, slow everything down with my leg, usually make much better contact with it, and then also just focusing on that point of contact, kind of going straight through the ball instead of down or across it, and that's when I start getting the spins, but really trying to drive straight through it just for that contact through the back of the ball.
Nice. So your foot, you would say your foot sort of moves parallel with the ground through impact?
Right through, yeah, just through the impact, because I usually, mine's a little bit lower than some, where I might hit from this side, whereas some of you see guys come all the way from up here and hit
right.
it. Mine's a little bit lower, but as I'm going through the ball, just through that ball, I like to be straight through, and
nice.
Just my mind having to imagine that helps me get that nice driven ball with a little bit of backspin on it.
And when do you feel like that's the best time in a game situation to use it? Do you use that when you're trying to go as long as you possibly can, or when you're sort of trying to hit targets?
More when I'm trying to hit targets, make a pass. I like to consider a pass out of my hands, trying to help us keep possession. I like to go kind of corner of the midfield, and the touchline kind of end, where either from a fullback or outside midfielder try to put it on their chest, or some easy ball from there kind of flick on down the line.
Nice.
To keep possession.
Okay. Can we see a couple?
Sure.
All right. What's your target here?
Let's see. Put the pressure on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to that right goal.
Go to that goal. And so, yeah, you don't have to hit the goal, obviously, but we're just going to that area.
Edit that one out.
No problem. Look at that. It's beautiful. And you know what I like about it is it gets there so quickly.
Yeah.
As you say, you can probably throw a ball that far,
Right.
but it's just going to take too long.
Right.
And anyone that's in space, by the time you let it out of your hands, they'll be closed down.
Sure.
We'll go to that one now, yeah. Look at that. Gorgeous. Thank you. You know, one last quick thought is it seems like you said, you try not to go too fast. You know, it's a nice controlled motion. I see young kids sometimes and they make this violent swing at the ball,
Yeah.
and they tend to undercut it and pop it up in the air, or they'll smother it into the ground. And what we saw there from those last two is a controlled swing, but right at the moment of impact, there's a little pop there.
Right. Yeah. The first one obviously is going a little bit too quickly, but the next two felt right and on the right rhythm.
Excellent. Thank you.
Absolutely.